Hi guys, it's Heather. I hope that you're all ready for Valentine's Day. I have this design for this tutorial will be the knitted tutorial, and I call this Hearts Entwined. And you can actually make projects other than the headband, and I'll show you how. I have a cup cozy here. I've been putting this on my cup. So it's a little stretch because I have a big cup, but it doesn't have to be this big. And I'll show you how you can modify the design to make things other than my suggestions. This is not a tutorial per se. I know I called it a tutorial. This video assumes that you already know how to knit. And so I'm not showing you how to cast on. I'm not showing you the stitches. You are going to work with circular needles on this. This only works in a round. And I'm basically going to talk you through the pattern. I have a PDF copy of the pattern in my description, so feel free to print that. If you have any issues getting it, let me know and I can email a copy to you. You could also take a screenshot of the pattern because I'll show you the pattern in the video once I turn this around. So basically we're going to be talking through how to do it, what kind of designs you can make. And I'm not actually going to make one to show you because if you already know how to knit, you only need to know how to do the knit stitch and purl stitch for this. The purl stitch is just going to be around the edging because otherwise this curls. So we do a few rounds of knit and purl, knit one, purl, not knit one, purl one, but knit one row, purl one row. And then we get right into the design and that's all the knit stitch. So it's not really anything that's difficult. I might do a little swatch to show you how to change color if that's new to you. But other than that, it's really just going to be a talk through of the pattern and getting you started on it. Okay, I have the pattern in frame here in case you wanted to do a screenshot. I'll leave it here for another second and then I'm going to bring it in closer so that we can go over how to do the pattern. Okay, I'm going to move it here. So here's the grid for it. So the directions, always work in the rounds. You're going to use circular needles. I have circular needles here. I'm actually only going to show you one row just so that you can, or one repeat of the pattern. I'm just going to do the first row of the pattern without the curling row, just to show you how to change color in case that was something that you were curious about. But you're going to use, you can use any yarn that you desire and then just use the recommended needle size for that. Now, one thing that for my project ideas, this is for medium weight yarn. If you used a thread yarn or an extra chunky yarn, the sizing might change. So the cast, you might have to cast on a different number if you were going to use either chunkier yarn or skinnier yarn. So this is for medium weight, like Red Heart Super Saver type of yarn. And then to avoid curling, alternate one row knit. It should say round, but one round knit, one round purl for the first and last 4 rounds, more if desired. So I did that for 4 rounds on this, and then 4 rounds here. So 1 round knit, 1 round purl, and then repeated that 1 more time. And that prevented the curling from happening on this. So some of the project ideas that I have, the headband I just showed you, I cast on 76, which is repeating this pattern 4 times, just across, not up and down. I just did the up and down pattern once, so you can see that there are 4 hearts in the pattern, 1, 2, 3, 4, just like this, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I didn't go up and down 4 times. If you wanted yours to be thicker, or if you wanted to try to change it into a hat in some way, you could add more going this way, but I was talking about going this way. So here's 1 repeat and then keep going. Here's another repeat of the 1, 2, 3, 4 hearts, and then so on. I did that 4 times for the headband. I called this a wristband, but I'm changing it in the pattern to cup cozy because I have a wider wrist. You could get away with a wristband if you have a skinny wrist and you only repeat it once. But when you do it 2 times, even though I don't have a skinny wrist, it really wasn't, it was a little bit, it was too big. So I turned that into a cup cozy. So hopefully it's changed on the PDF, but if you see wristband, just know that that's what the cup cozy is. For a cowl, cast on 95 and then repeat the pattern width 5 times. So just like you did with the headband, only you're going to do 1 more repeat and you're going to, so the pattern will repeat 5 times. And then you can make that as tall as you want. Like this might not be big enough for a cowl, so maybe you would want to add 1, 2, or 3 more of these, and I think it would look pretty cool. You can see where they meet, the hearts meet up here, and it makes a really neat pattern. You can see it as 2 hearts, or you could see it as a diamond with an outline. I really like how that looks. So if you continued this pattern, you would have the same look right here with the 2 hearts that meet up. So it could really make it look very cool if you do it that way. This would also make a very cool blanket border. So to show you what to do here, I have my colored yarn right here. So to read the pattern, since we're doing it in a round, it would always be knit. You're going to start with row 1 and go across. And then you'll start with row 2 and go across. This is for right-handed. 3 and then go across. You're never going to go back and forth. It's not going to be this way, then this way. That's not how it works. It's always, if you're right-handed, it's always going to go from right to left. Now, I've never knit left-handed. I don't know if that's a thing. I know in crochet, you can crochet left-handed. So if you're crocheting, you would, and you're left-handed, you would start at 1 and go across, 2 and then go across from left to right. I'm not sure if that works out the same way in knitting because I've never heard of left-handed knitting, but please correct me because I'm more of a crocheter than a knitter, but I do also knit. So, you know, let me know, lefties, if you would start and go left to right with the pattern in knitting, because that's how you would do it in crochet. But since I'm a righty, I'm going to start here at the 1 and go across. So the white is the main color. In this case, I made it gray. I did it white on the headband. And then for the cup cozy, I did it gray. By the way, the cup cozy is actually crocheted. This isn't knitted. This is using a crochet stitch called the waistcoat stitch. So if you're also a crocheter and you'd like to try this, I have the tutorial in crochet as well. So in the main color, you're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 knits. Sorry, it's a little cold in here. I'm shaking a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4. I was looking at my hands and not the camera. I just noticed it's not completely clear. Sorry about that. 5. Now we're going to do 2 of your other color. So I'll show you on this color. And there might be multiple ways of doing color changes. I'm going to show you the way that I do it. If you do it a different way, that's perfectly fine. If you want to learn it a different way, or if you want to learn it my way, that's fine. This is just my way of showing you how I do it. So I just take the yarn and I have the end going down, and I do leave a bit of a tail here. And you're not going to put it in between there. You're actually going to start the stitch, and then you're going to put, with the tail facing down, you're going to put that in between, the new color in between, and you're going to just knit then with the new color. There's 2 in the new color. And then we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with the main color. So instead of using this color, you go back to your main color. 1. It's easy from here. The first color change is the trickiest, but once you have that color already started, all you're doing is just grabbing the correct color that you need. 4, 5, and now there's going to be, I'm sorry if you didn't see that, there's 5 and then 1 and 2 with the other color. So now I'm just going to grab the other color and do 2 stitches. 1, 2. So really the hardest thing about this is starting the first stitch in a different color. But now you have, since there's only 2 colors, well, there's one other one. If you wanted to have this centerpiece be a different color, then you would do the same thing just for that 1 stitch. But other than that, the rest is just 2 colors, so you don't need to worry about adding other colors or, you know, how to get rid of another color. And then if you look, the rest of the row is just the main color. So now I just pick up the main color and start doing that. These, I lost my stitch. Sorry, it is chilly in here. I need to turn some heat on. There we go. Now I just have the main color. I'm going to finish the row in the main color. And then, of course, we would be working in the round. So once you finish up what you're doing, you would bring this around. It would be longer if you're doing a bigger project, and then you would just keep going. Then you can see how the colors are here. You can see how it's not pretty on the back, but that's just the way it is. And then the next round, you would just start right here, right above. So you go for round 2, and it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4 of the main color, and then 1 of your secondary color, 2 of the main, and so on. So you're just going to follow what the grid is saying here. So I hope this tutorial was helpful to you. I know I didn't create the whole project with you, but I hope you have enough information that you can make this yourself. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. If you need anything shown in more detail, let me know so that I can help you. Thanks for watching. If you're not subscribed, I encourage you to subscribe. It really helps my channel. It helps me to be able to create new content and share my new ideas. And it also lets YouTube know that you like my content. Thanks for watching.